G'day folks. For my topic today I decided to make a two-part video from a booklet I wrote about retirement living in Chiang Rai, Thailand. If you'd like a free copy of this booklet, send an email with the subject booklet to my address in the description and I will send it to you. Don't worry, I'm not collecting email addresses to sell you stuff in the future. I do not do affiliate marketing. Anyway, let's get started on part one. You can enjoy your retirement years living comfortably in Chiang Rai on as little as $1,500 per month, or you can live well on $2,000 a month, or you can live very, very well on $3,000 per month. I've already done a video on the cost of living, and I'll put a link to that video in the description. So now let's talk about the pros and the cons. Chiang Rai is situated right between Laos and Myanmar, which allows for a perfect opportunity to visit these countries for a weekend retreat, etc. This, however, means that there is no coast and therefore no beach in Chiang Rai. There is, however, a river area where locals like to go, and it's called Chiang Rai Beach. Chiang Rai has become a modern city in northern Thailand. One recent addition to Chiang Rai is Central Plaza, a new multi-story shopping complex offering all kinds of modern amenities. The supermarket Tops on the ground floor offers European food, but they are considered expensive. We also have two big C's that are a bit like Walmart, and a Macro, which is a bit like Costco. The airport is close by, but the flight destinations are limited. And Thailand's second largest city, Chiang Mai, is only a 2 to 3 hour drive away, which offers a playground of activities for people wanting to get away from the weekend for Christmas, etc. Chiang Rai is a lot cheaper than other parts of Thailand, whether renting a property or just going out for a few drinks. However, the entertainment is mostly limited to the jet yacht area. There are other bars and nightclubs around the town to be explored, but they are few. So which part of Chiang Rai province is recommended for retirement living? Chiang Rai is a very big province, and driving from one end to the other would take up to 2 to 3 hours. Elderly people should stick close to Chiang Rai City, which is convenient for everything such as restaurants, shopping, and most importantly, hospitals and health services. You won't want to drive far to the city from a rural part of Chiang Rai province if you're having a heart attack. However, some districts have better facilities than others. Big shopping centres are on the rise, along with medical care from local small hospitals. It's illegal to work in Thailand unless you possess a current work permit. Even NGO work or volunteer work, although this is often ignored, it's wise to check with a lawyer and play it safe. So where to stay? Chiang Rai hotel prices have risen over the past 5 years, but for some reason they remain reasonably priced. Getting long-term discounts can vary based on the time of year. Christmas is a busy time and most hotels are full. For the budget-conscious travellers, living 2 to 3 kilometres out of the town centre in one of the many villages is the best option. The prices are cheaper, and a 2-bedroom bungalow would set you back around 3,500 baht per month. But that is the bottom end. Nicer bungalows can be found for 7,500 to 10,000 baht per month. To find houses for rent, you need someone who can point you in the right direction. Most landlords will be charging you more than if you were Thai. That is unavoidable, unless you can get a Thai person to negotiate the rent for you. Most are furnished and will take you on for a minimum lease of 6 months. On some residences, you might get a special discount because most Thai people don't want to stay in a house that previously had someone pass away. They believe it to be haunted. My wife Jen, whose email address in the description below, can help save you a lot of money on a rental. Leasing land should be done properly by a reliable lawyer. You then take the lease to the Ampere or district office together with the Sorsam or Chanot and register it. They then stamp the document on the back. The land cannot then be sold unless the lease is cancelled. A lease without doing this is totally useless. The lawyer would take the title deed to the Ampere and get it legalized. The wife or owner should then sign another 30 years lease dated from the end of the first one. and you can renew it because you can renew a 30-year lease. Presently, the government is considering allowing 50-year leases. Most wives would agree to these procedures if you explained to them that if they died, they would not want their husband thrown out in the street. At the end of the 30 lease, all you have to do is get a lawyer to take it down to the ampere again. So a virtual 60-year lease should cover most people's lifetime, and the wife can leave the property in her will to the children. Having someone who speaks the local language is a huge benefit, as even Thais who speak reasonable English will misunderstand what you are trying to say most of the time, particularly regarding technical information such as computing or building work. Language will be a barrier specifically when it comes to employing tradesmen to work on your house or garden, etc. They won't speak English and they can often be lazy. A watchful eye is wise to make sure they are not cutting corners. On the bright side, the charge is often 25% of what it would normally cost in the West, and in general they are pretty competent and trustworthy. Jen can help with these communication issues. Things that you should know about when living in a Thai village. Many villages have an appointed president or head man that takes care of village business such as street lighting, potholes, etc. Electric bills are normally delivered to your door, and you can then pay them at your local 7-Eleven store. If your electric bill is less than 200 baht for the month, then it is free. This was introduced to help struggling Thais. Water bills are normally collected by a villager on a motorbike, which can seem a little strange the first time if you don't know why they're asking you for money. Chickens often roam free in the villages and can be a little bothersome, but soon you will hardly even notice the constant blare coming from the horny little cockerels. Most people own at least one dog, which has a tendency to bark a lot to keep potential thieves at bay, but are no problem once you become familiar. There are a lot of public holidays in Thailand, which normally include festivals or free music events for the villagers. It can be a fun way to spend an evening and also to introduce oneself to the locals. Most streets in Thailand have at least one daily speech that is given over very loud speakers by the president or headman. When looking for a place to rent or buy, it's advisable to check how close the loudspeaker is to the property, as these announcements can be quite loud and as early as 6 a.m. They are useless to anyone who doesn't speak Thai, but are normally only about local events and council issues. And of course, if a temple is nearby, you may be lulled by chanting monks. Okay, for your communications, while we're talking about your iPhone really, or your cell phone, whatever you want to call it, getting a pay-and-go SIM card for your phone or tablet is cheap and easy to do. 7-Eleven stores are everywhere and sell one-to-call SIM cards from AIS, which is a local mobile phone company. Just ask for a one-to-call SIM card and you will be understood. Top-ups can be bought as scratch cards for 50 baht or higher denominations can be asked for, and a till receipt with a 12-digit code will be given. You simply dial *120*, the 12-digit code, then press call. Providing your phone accepts the SIM, you're away. There is also a package service with AIS, True or DTAC for internet data. If you can't live without a bit of Western TV, then you're in luck. European and American television can be received through a satellite dish, which can be installed by a company called True Visions. Depending on the package you buy, you can have a wide range of viewing from sport, movies, American and British TV. But don't expect it to be cheap. The last time I checked, a basic cable package cost 3,000 baht per month. Okay, now I want to talk about a few legalities that you should know, mainly about vehicles. Buying a vehicle and registering it is easy if you read and speak Thai, have a non-immigrant visa, and either a work permit, a yellow book, or a proof of address form. The proof of address form can be gotten from immigration, and I think they charge about, I don't know, depends on where you go, 300 to 500 baht for that letter. Again, Jen can help you with that and save you a considerable amount of money on the purchase. License plates are required by law. They display the name of the province where the vehicle is registered. If a car is sold or given to someone else and the new owner is living in a different province, the number usually changes. 8 different types of vehicles are officially recognized and show differences in plate types. Some have only one consonant, others another number in different style, and there are diplomatic plates, but also you're really into vanity plates and or lucky numbers. If you really needn't worry, you're pretty head about all that. If you decide to buy a car in Pattaya or Bangkok but live in Chiang Rai, you need to obtain a letter from immigration before you change the papers stating that you live in Chiang Rai. The Vehicle Registration Office of the Department of Transport must see your original documents, but rather than let them out of your hands, take copies and the originals to the registration office where they will stamp and certify the copies. The annual vehicle registration fee is governed by the engine size, number of doors, and the type of vehicle. And both the vehicle registration sticker issued by the Vehicle Registration Office, which shows the year of expiry in large figures and must be displayed on the left-hand side of the windscreen. My registration for a 4-door pickup truck is 4,800 baht per year. When a new car is registered, you will be given red license plates until your registration is complete, normally about 1 or 2 months. When your new plates are ready, go back to the dealer to have them permanent plates installed and collect the registration book. Some dealers can be slow providing new plates. According to the law, you may not drive at night or outside your home province on the red temporary plates. If you're buying a car through payments, the lender will hold the registration book until you finish paying, at which time they'll transfer it to your name. But you may need to provide all that paperwork. To obtain car finance, you'll need a Thai guarantor. Some suggestions. Be wary about buying a car other than through a reputable manufacturer's dealer or a second-hand dealer of note. Maybe buy a used pickup first. They're cheaper as tax on them is lower. The driving style here can take some getting used to. You might want to teach someone else, a spouse or a lover, to drive, and there's a definite chance of getting banged up a bit. Buy a popular make, Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi, as it's easier getting service for them and reselling them later on. Automatics are harder to find in pickups. Go for a small engine. Most likely, most of your driving will be in town or on the highway. You don't need lots of horsepower or to race kids from Bangkok. To save on gas, consider LPG. It's way cheaper. And as of now, there are more than 20 LPG gas stations in Chiang Rai City. Okay, vehicle insurance. There are 2 types of insurance in Thailand. The government mandatory third-party insurance and the optional insurance, which is not mandatory but highly recommended. Both insurance types are arranged by an insurance company, and there are many such companies with offices and agents everywhere. At first, or for the first year with a nice car, you might want a high level of insurance. After a year without any claims, your rates will go down by maybe 10%. The mandatory liability insurance only costs about 650 baht a year. Be aware, however, that this insurance will be insufficient to cover you in case of a serious accident where people other than yourself are injured or killed. The maximum payout for a death is only 35,000 baht. If you sell your vehicle before the insurance expires, there's no refund. The insurance is carried forward to the new owner. In Thailand, it's the vehicle that is insured, not you. Optional insurance has 3 types. Type 1 insurance covers your own vehicle and third-party property damage and bodily injury and loss due to fire and theft and natural disasters like flood. It also specifically covers collisions, accidents, window breakage and towing expense. This insurance is not sold for vehicles over 14 years old. Type 2, commonly referred to in other countries as third-party fire and theft. Type 2 covers third-party property damage, excess third-party bodily injury, and loss due to fire and theft. Type 2 Plus is a similar cover to Type 2, but with a limit to cover on owner vehicle damage and excluding owner vehicle damage due to self-accident. For instance, if you drive off the road into a wall or a tree or a ditch, they're not going to cover you. They only cover you for on-road collisions between two vehicles. Type 3 insurance covers the cost of third-party property damage and excess third-party bodily injury. Type 3 Plus insurance covers third-party property damage and third-party bodily injury, as well as limited coverage for your own vehicle damage due to collisions only. As with the mandatory insurance, if you sell your vehicle before the insurance expires, there's no refund. The insurance is carried forward to the new owner. It is unwise to drive without adequate insurance. If you have an accident without insurance, there's no limit to your liability. And as a foreigner, you will almost always be the one at fault, not because you're a foreigner, but because you have the most money. There can also be a fine for driving without insurance of up to 10,000 baht. After a year, don't forget to renew, and all that applies to motorcycles too, except that no comprehensive insurance is available for motorcycles. You must, though, have the mandatory government insurance. Okay, let's talk about visas. The most common visas are called a retirement extension of stay and a marriage extension of stay. The requirements of a retirement extension are: you must be 50 years of age or over, you must be holding a 90-day non-immigrant visa, you must have at least 1 year remaining on your passport, you must have 800,000 baht in a Thai bank account for 3 months before and after you apply for your visa, or proof of a monthly income of 65,000 baht or more per month, or a combination of both, which add up to 800,000 baht. For example, if you have an income of 50,000 baht per month, that equals 60,000 per year, so you would need to back it up with 200,000 baht in the bank. The requirements for a marriage extension are: you must be married to a Thai. This must be a legal registered wedding with a valid marriage certificate. It cannot be a village wedding with no papers. You must have at least 1 year remaining on your passport, either 400,000 baht in a Thai bank account, or an income of 40,000 baht per month. Combining income and savings is not allowed on this visa. Bye-bye. Okay, that's it for this time. I hope you found it informative, and part 2 will come on Monday. Okay, that's it for this time. If you like our content, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos, and give us a like. Our official schedule for new videos is Monday and Friday. I'm very interested in your feedback, so put your questions and suggestions in the comments, please. If you want to help with my expenses of coffee and gas, you can buy me a coffee by clicking the link in the description. Khop Kun Kap.